Hello, I'm Toby Marlow.
I'm Lucy Moss.
And we are the writing team behind Six.
Actually met at university doing a very vital piece of theatre about video game addiction, in which Toby played a vlogger and also a video game bear, and I choreographed him as the video game bear. And obviously we were like,
we got through a rocky start because there's one point in the show where I had to like do these like squats as this video game bear for like ages. I was like, oh Lucy, it's kind of hurting my thighs, and Lucy's just like,
I was like, yeah.
But then I realised how amazing and crucial it made the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
Suffer for your art. Suffer for your art.
And then we became mates. It came from like a bunch of like different reasons, basically. Like, because first of all, like me and Lucy, like we knew like just during uni that like at some point we wanted to write a show together. And then
we talked a lot about kind of the disparity in kind of meaty theatrical roles for women versus men, and how in musical theatre particularly a lot of like the female kind of like songs are either like, oh my gosh, I love my husband so much, or like, oh, why doesn't my husband love me? Well, it's just like they're so like of one world. And we kind of had spoken a lot about making a show that had kind of more interesting, funny parts for women. And then there was the slot at the Edinburgh Fringe, and you wanted to...
Yeah, and so the Cambridge University Musical Theatre Society, which has a very suspect acronym, wanted to take an original show, and then I applied, and I basically applied with like saying like I want to do something that has like lots of like fun pop songs, because those are the songs that I like listening to and I like writing, and something that played around with the form, something that was like, about like a famous subject matter already to like try and sell tickets at the Fringe.
Yeah, the Fringe obviously, if you are doing, it's much more difficult to sell like an original story rather than like something that people sort of know a bit about already.
Yeah, done like in a fun way. And then I was basically like thinking about the Six Wives, because it was like a group of like amazing women who hadn't really had like a musical or a big like play yet, except for like Wolf Hall. And then I was actually in like a poetry class, meant to be like doing work, and I was like, wait, what if it's like a pop concert and they're all like Beyonce and there's like dance routines and stuff, and like, I was like in this poetry class being like, yeah, and they could have like crowns, and then like and then I wrote on the piece of paper like, I need to get Lucy involved, need Lucy, and then I rang Lucy the next day and I was like, I've got this idea for a musical, and Lucy was like, sounds great.
That sounds terrible. No.
Yeah.
I actually
sounds terrible.
I actually did. I was like, yeah, sure, and I kind of assumed it would just never happen, or that like I'd eventually flake out. And then it was like we'd like got this slot, got this like team in place, and we were like, oh god, better write.
But yeah, but it's funny that like, it wasn't like a show that I was like, well, either of us were like, oh, we want to write this like pop concert Six Wives musical, and like planning for ages. It was more like we each had this like set of like criteria about the kind of project that we wanted to like do together, and then it would all just sort of like the sources led in together to make this like one beautiful condiment of all the sources.
I think right place, right time is really important. I think particularly because like the message of it and the kind of the growth of it kind of coincided with discussion like the hashtag Me Too movement and all that kind of stuff, like really like meant that the themes felt really like relevant at the time that it was kind of like taking off.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and
I
also
think
because like
it's really fortunate.
Really fortunate off the back of the sex of like success, off the back of the having sex with Hamilton. No, off the back of the success of Hamilton as well. There's like want for like more like historical narratives being told in a different way, and obviously like Hamilton was a huge inspiration behind the show, at least for me. Like you still haven't listened to it or seen it. Whereas I was like writing my dissertation on it as we were doing Six. So
yeah,
it's like
it was a thing where I was like, maybe I should, and then was like, you know what, I feel like the comparisons are going to happen from that offset, so I'm gonna not worry myself with being like, is it too like Hamilton? Because I have no idea.
And I think the other thing as well is like, you know, right place, right time in terms of what's happening in the world at the moment. It's just the fact that like literally every step of the way, every person that we've had involved, like doing Six with us, has been like
phenomenal.
Yeah, like it's kind of crazy how literally from like our friend Joe, whose idea it was to like take an original show to the Edinburgh Fringe, who's now like the musical supervisor for it. Like ever since then, like every single person that's been involved along the way has
made it,
given so much to the show, and like I feel like if we didn't have like every single person involved that we did, the show wouldn't be doing as well as it is now.
Ooh, difficult.
I think
it's just all really easy.
I think doing a lot of the rewrites has been tricky because because we have been with this show for like a year and a half now, and there's like still things that like we're like tweaking every now and then.
And it's things like where with certain ways that we've been with things for so long that we assume kind of that the audience automatically knows all the thought process that's gone into stuff. So there's kind of things where we've kind of recently realised that we've expected an audience to like pick up on like the meaning of something, but we haven't necessarily given them the tools to do that with. And then going back and trying to work that in has actually been quite a challenge, but also super rewarding. Like when it works, you're like, yes.
There's nothing greater than like seeing it's nice in this venue actually because we sit sort of like on the side when we watch it, and you can like really like see like the people's faces and like how they're responding. It's like really helpful as opposed to like in other theatres where like we're just seeing lots of backs of heads being like, are they smiling? Are they like frowning? Like, so it's I think rewriting something that we know so well. And so many times as well, there are certain songs that have just like gone on to like rewrite, and we're like, what are we really trying to say this time? And then like, and seeing if things work. But it is just like so fun that we like get to do that. And we have the chance to like really refine like our ideas and stuff.
Well, you're not really supposed to have a favourite, but so my favourite queen is Anna of Cleves, because she is the one that basically people don't know a huge amount about her other than that she was like the ugly one, but she actually secretly won history. Like, it's so fun that she basically outlived everybody, including Catherine Parr, the survivor, and just like lived in this like big fancy palace in Richmond, like hunting and like drinking mead and like literally living her best life, and like actually just like didn't care at all that like she was like getting a divorce. She's just like the one who just like had the best time, and it's like really nice to hear a story about someone who just like had a really successful time, whereas the others had such tragic endings.
Yeah, and the one I felt most like emotion about when I was like reading about them for the first time was Catherine of Aragon, and even though we've like really changed that in this show, made it more like a FU kind of queen. It was just really sad, because like I didn't realise because there's like 6 of them. You call like in my head I was like, oh, I guess I would like been with Henry for like a similar amount of time, except for like Jane Seymour, because I knew she like died. But then she like died. Did you know that? It's in the rhyme actually. But I didn't know she'd like been with him for like 24 years, and then he would just was like, nah, I fancy this person, and then she's there being like, and there's this whole other level of her like devotion to like God, and how like that was like this like thing that was like terror of how like everything she believed in. It was like really like super tragic.
But she was so cool. Like the song "No Way" is based on this moment when she like went into court at Blackfriars and basically like told Henry and all of his like peeps that like basically she wasn't leaving, and like embarrassed him hugely. I made this amazing speech that was basically being like, if you can prove that like I've done like anything that you've said I've done, then I'll absolutely leave. Can you? And he was just like, what? And then she was like, yeah. So she's like really cool. But also Catherine Parr is super cool. She was like this like proto-feminist. She was like a published author, like loads of, which is mad for a woman in the like Tudor times. So
yeah, she did this crazy stuff. Just like Catherine Howard's story, just like utterly
so
like, tragic and heartbreaking, and didn't really realise that until reading about it. Like so.
Yeah, but Cleves for me is my fave.
Yeah,
just because it's nice to have a happy story about a woman in history.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Beyonce play Catherine of Aragon in the film.
Yeah.
I don't know, just...
Beyonce's unrealistic. Maybe Jennifer Hudson. The thing to remember is that like we literally wrote this just to be this like month-long run last year.
We had absolutely no idea that it was ever going to do anything more than the Fringe. Like, I remember last year being like, oh, like, imagine if like someone came and saw it, and then maybe we could do like a one night in like a small Fringe theatre in London, like absolute. But I was like, obviously that's like wildest dreams, and we just like didn't even think about it or really discuss it. And then suddenly it's just like, so
anything that happens is
huge.
Is amazing. I feel like if anything else did happen with it, it'd be fun to like at one point just like see it in like more of a gig setting with like standing and like with people like I don't know, like because even though it is like we were talking about this last night, because it is like it's a musical pretending to be a pop concert as opposed to being a pop concert, but also like it'd be like fun at some point just to have a version where it's more like, I think maybe more like a concert version where people can like
Oh my gosh, I also really want to see a school production. That is my number one thing. I can't wait. If that happened, that would be so amazing.
That'd be amazing.
Just watching school production. Oh, love it.
I would go to like every single performance. Yeah, literally like
anything that happens.
anything, yeah, and anywhere it's been, I've just been, it's the best one yet. Like it's like yeah, it's just.
But this is the best one yet.
This is like, it is. It's unbelievable. It's like a huge cow with like loads of people in
it's
it.
a huge cow full of people. An upside down cow full of people.
Which makes it even fun. I literally walked in last night because I haven't been watching it for a few days, and I walked in last night just to catch the ending. Because outside my flyers for Hot Gay, and I was like, I'll like just sneak in. And I just looked, and there's all these people. It was literally like full, and I was like, I can't. And I walked out, and it was too much. Straight after the Fringe, we're doing several weeks in London at the Arts Theatre in Leicester Square.
It's gonna be so exciting.
And then we're going to some other places like Kingston, Southampton, Manchester and Glasgow. So if you live there,
Yeah, Glasgow at Christmas. What could be
markets. And and you can like follow everything on like the Twitter and the Instagram.
Yeah,
and
at Six the Musical. I think that's the same. It's like sixthemusical.com.
And also if you have
And
a
also
Fringe,
on Spotify.
oh yes, on
Just go on
Spotify,
Spotify and look at our songs.
Apple Music
Don't
as
look at them,
well.
listen to them. Cool. Yeah!